Hi everybody, it's Paul Reed Smith for Ryan's Guitar Experience. We have an artist amp. This was an artist amp. This is basically what Warren Haynes is using. It's a 50-watt version of it. There's a reverb knob in the back of the amp. It's an original Sewell 50. And my experience of plugging it in right now, and I remember, it's just that if anybody came to sit in the band and they plugged into the amp, they'd be happy. And it's just like instantaneously. And that's just barely cracked. I'll turn it up a little bit more. This is a good sound on top. Let's turn the treble up. That's really the test of an amp. You turn the bass down, the treble up. Does it sound like an ice pick, or does it still sound musical, right?
Still sounds musical.
Still sound musical. So if we turn the treble off and the bass all the way up, it should be this big, thick tone, right? Same tone on the bass pickup. I'll turn the treble up and the bass down. Pick attack up top, right?
Yeah, you really do. Gives you that really nice, like dark Warren Haynes, Carlos kind of somewhere in there.
These guys are playing really loud, right? Warren Haynes has got 100 watts going. Carlos has 300 watts going.
It's too much.
Well,
not for him. It's not.
Or you got to remember, Carlos Santana gets the melody to the person in the back of the hall going for a beer. And I'm sorry, the guy knows what he's doing that way. Same thing with Warren Haynes. If you're in the lobby, you're still hearing him play. Derek Trucks, you're still hearing him play.
Yeah.
So there's an art form to playing a concert where you're reaching everybody, and it's not just dying on the stage. You want it to extend in, and these guys are playing loud for a reason. Now, I'm not suggesting anybody watching this video play really loud, but we're doing this at a whisper, and you crank this thing up wide open. It's just a musical piece of gear.
Yeah.
People don't think of amplifiers as a piece of musical equipment, but it is. And the idea now is that, well, if it doesn't sound good, I'll just get a better pedal. And this is not a pedal. This is a cable.
Yeah.
So if you can start with that and go from there, you're good. These original Sewells have been going well for you, basically. Have you taken this thing to practice too?
I have.
And what was that like?
It really sounded great. It was, playing blues and playing R&B and playing that kind of stuff. It's just it's that modern classic sound that guitar players hear on records. You hear guys like Warren and Tab Benoit and these kind of modern blues guys, and you always wonder where that sound comes from. And it's great guitar, great amp, and nothing in between most of the time. That's usually the answer to that.
And when you're on the road, you're using backline, right, that you're rented?
I am, yeah. It's always
so you've got a pedal board, but one day you're going to put one of these in a road case and insist, right?
That's very true, yeah. I have a list of amps that I can deal with.
Yeah.
I have a list of amps that I really like, and then there's another list of amps that I really hate. And unfortunately, that third list happens sometimes depending on where you are in the world because there's no other options. And that's why I have pedals.
So you know what I do when that happens?
What's that?
I turn the gain all the way up, I turn the bright switch off, I turn the treble off, I turn the presence off, I turn the mid-range and the bass all the way up, and get out of the way.
And go.
Because they're too bright, right?
They are. Yeah, that's the problem with some of those amps that I don't want to mention any names, but that's the problem is that they're too bright, and in a live setting, the everything else that's going on just sucks the low end out of everything, and you feel like you don't get any chunk.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to have that experience with this.
No, not at all.